And with the multiplayer coming up, that's a potential opportunity to grow. So Ross, what are your, if we were to guess right now with CyberPunk multiplayer and CD Projekt Red's history of delaying games 2 trillion times, I mean, they said it's going to be at least a year after launch. So what do you think creators should plan on if we were just to guess today?
A year. I think right now, I think the release for multiplayer, if I had to put a guess on it, which could be very wrong, because like you said, they tend to delay things quite a bit. I would say next November, right around holiday 2021 would be my best bet for it.
You know, folks that are looking forward, so Ross predicted a moment ago, CD Projekt Red will release multiplayer a year from now. That would be in 2021. I'm gonna not say definitely not, 100% not happening. I would say 2022 at the very earliest, I would say. So they are gonna take their sweet time with this. They are clearly trying to do something new. This is something they've never done before as a company. They just onboarded top talent to kind of to start working on the game. They just onboarded a creative director for the game 2 months ago. There is no way it's coming out in a year. At least 2 years on this thing, maybe 3 years if I were to guess. And CD Projekt Red doesn't necessarily even have pressure to finish the multiplayer game early, because the main game is going to sell so well, and the expansions they're going to release for it are going to sell so incredibly well, and all of the franchises they're building on top of it are going to sell so incredibly well, that actually the longer they wait for multiplayer to come out, the better for it from a marketing perspective, because it'll be that much more anticipated. And so I think it's actually better for them from a marketing standpoint for it to come out a couple years later, 2 or 3 years later. They get more time to polish it, which CD Projekt Red delays all their major games recently by 3, 4, 5 times. So they'll probably say it's coming out Christmas next year, and then they'll delay it to the next year for sure. And then number 2, there's going to be Cyberpunk 2077 fatigue in the market, with it hitting every billboard, every advertisement, every single channel, every creator. People are going to need a break on some Cyberpunk for a while before they're going to be really open and excited again about the multiplayer version of the game. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm totally off base there?
We don't know. We don't. The thing is, we don't have any information. Literally, the only quote, and I got it right here, that they've ever said about multiplayer is, and I quote, "It's a separate, dedicated production, a big production. We think about it as a standalone product." So that's all we know. And I think they briefly mentioned that it's going to come out after the first DLC, but we don't even know when that first DLC is coming out. That first DLC may not even come out until holiday 2021. So if that's the case, then yeah, it's probably going to be pushed back even farther.